Welcome back to another stream. Hello, I'm your host Yellowfang42, and we are back for another round of leveling up in KH2. Ah, jump scare. That wasn't the jump scare, by the way. I got jump scared by something in real life. It was sound. Right. Got that there. As you can tell, I basically post-stream I decided to continue playing around with my regular KH2 file, and I am very happy to have done that because I did some leveling, it was lots of fun, and of course, like I said before, it's just something, and also I did some leveling up, so then it's not like this thing is going to surpass it super fast. It's going to be great. Right, let's just get going. Let's get this ball rolling. Alrighty. So last we left off, we were not quite done with leveling up. As you can see, we have about 2412 XP remaining. Which is good, Which means we're definitely getting level 34 today. And I'm going to try to make sure that we get level 34 and then some, so then it's not as much of a fight to get towards level 35. The next one, I'm pre-planning. There's a lot of planning that's going into this. But for sanity's sake, if the working towards level 35 starts to drive me insane, I will switch over to my regular critical file and goof off around there, because I discovered I still haven't finished Pride Lands on my original game file. Which is hilarious. It's just basically the second visit, that's all there is to it. But I finished Winnie the Pooh's world just last night. Got some emotions and nostalgia, and I was like, ooh, this is... No wonder in KH3 he was like, oh, you forgot all about me. I'm like, oh, Pooh, I'm so sorry. So that's pretty good. Oh, jeez. I don't know what I did, but I bet it's something to do with either my posture or just how I was gaming last night, but my elbow is angry at me. That sounds so strange to think about, but your elbows can get angry at you. It just feels like I'm very close to pinching a nerve in my elbow where it attaches to around where my shoulder blade is. I'll live. I will live. Let me fix it real quick though. Okay, I think I fixed it. Other things I did was making sure to max out my level on my drive forms. That was a lot of fun. It was very chaotic. I had to do some insane back and forths to make sure that I would just get my drive gauge refilled. Basically, I had to be right next to a save point and hope and pray that when I activated drive form, I don't activate anti-form. Because if you activate anti-form and change rooms, it'll deactivate. And then you have no drive form. And it's not fun. That only happened like once or twice, but it wasn't bad. I was able to fix it like right away. And even then, if I couldn't, it wasn't that big of a problem. But I took care of Valor form, I took care of Wisdom form, I took care of Limit form. I got partway through Final form before I realized I need sleep. So I decided to get sleep instead. Like I've been a little bit busy. All in the pursuit of trying to just be able to fight Zayix. At least I finally learned how to fight the Berserker nobodies, because when they spawn in, their weapon is further away from them, and it flies towards them because they summon it towards them, and it smacks you. So I just learned, okay, stay out of that way. And with leveling up Final Form, I had a lot of fun unleashing Firaga on them. I used it a lot, especially in Final Form. That Final Form Firaga is really powerful. I mean, that's kind of known in the community for years, but It's fun to personally experience it and see it in action. It's a very magical experience. Although the only con of that is that it really makes me miss Donald and Goofy. Because when you do final form, you don't have your party members with you. And I like having my party members with me. It's so funny. Usually there's complaints about Donald and Goofy like dying faster, Donald not healing, but they help me out quite a bit in the games. I think it's because I managed to program them. That sounds so insane. But I did set them up in-game correctly so that they are more assistants. Although I really would like to make sure that Donald and Goofy don't die as quickly. I feel like I could do them some justice with that. But that's most of the story of post-stream yesterday. I had a lot of fun. I had way too much fun, let's be honest, but I am very happy about it. There's also something to keep in mind. Right now we're working through 4-digit numbers. When we're in the 5-digit zone of XP between levels, that's when it's gonna get real interesting. Really interesting. And by really interesting, I'm gonna have to come up with more stream titles other than just the level and some other catchy phrase or something like that. Because at a certain point, my allotted scheduled stream time is not going to be favoring getting a level. Not with 80 XP at a time. Maybe if it was like a couple hundred or so, but not this. Oof. That's okay though. I fully anticipated this to be an intensive grind when I started this project. And I fully intend to see it through because I think this is going to be hilarious. It already is hilarious to me. What am I saying? Oh my goodness gracious. I've also had a relatively good day, I went outside, touched grass. Just a little bit. Some bit. What did I do today? I had some food. It was also delicious. Some crepes. I got myself some groceries because I was almost out of specific ingredients. So I got that taken care of. Very happy about that. What else have I done? Took a nice walk. Got some fresh air. And most importantly, I made one of my favorite meals, vegetables and gravy. I think I've rambled about it plenty, almost to a point where it's ad nauseum, about the meal. Like, I have the whole recipe written down so then I don't have to stare at my phone, which is extremely useful because then I don't stare at my phone and get distracted. And I've also fixed my issues with setting up the burner, because one of my burners I think runs a little hotter than the other ones, which seems great in theory, but in practice it means that I have to really babysit the boiler. I mean, you kind of should babysit the boiler anyway. Not the boiler is in like a house heater, boiler is in the stovetop. You gotta babysit things on the stovetop. It's not like a slow cooker where you can get away with leaving it alone for a few hours. But I managed to get the potatoes fork soft, and it turned out. The gravy was good. The vegetables turned out great. It is just delicious all around. Absolutely delicious. Got some chicken in there. And I had about 2 servings, so I am warm, full, and hopefully not gonna start randomly get cravings during the stream and start eating again. Every once in a while I think, man, I would love to do emotes, but then I'm like, If I do emotes, that would mean that I would have to be at a certain threshold, and I am not at a certain threshold on Twitch yet. One of them would definitely be a cat eating popcorn or something like that. I think that'd be a funny emote. I'll have to figure that out. And I have a few artists in mind that I would probably ask to do that. I'd have to find out if they're up for that though. And also I have to wait for commission windows to be open and for it to be reasonable for me to make those commissions in the first place. I love and support my artists, and I want them to be paid for their work adequately. Paid well, actually, instead of adequately. Adequately seems like it's like the lowest you can go without it being ridiculous, but no. Adequate. No, wait, no. Adequate is actually at like a comfortable level, I think. That sounds about right. That sounds right. I just randomly recalled the existence of Lego Star Wars, specifically on the Wii. And I remembered that I played it once. I don't think I 100%'d it, but it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I at least tried to get all the mini kits. I think that was my main goal in that. I think that's a pretty decent goal. I've got so many ideas of things that I want to share. So many. At some point though, if I start doing a lot of that like beyond this, I am gonna need to figure out a way to set up my newer desktop to handle VODs and stuff like that, or I just need to accept that not all VODs need to stay around. Because I mean, half of it does get uploaded to YouTube, but I am seeing some serious skipping on my stinking computer, like as I'm monitoring it. And I don't know if it's Wi-Fi or if it's my hardware. It is hard to say. I'm doing pretty good so far though. Oh, that's a 4. That's okay. I can live with that. I think that week break was very much needed. I know it like shot out my algorithm horrendously. It'll pick back up again. For now, it's just gonna be in the crapper. That's okay. But I did need that break, so then I avoided getting really weird about the numbers. Because I was starting to get like concerning about numbers. That was a strange experience to be very particular and have issues with the number 4, while at the same time being obsessed with having 8s. Do not want to experience that again. That was weird. So yeah, sometimes it's good to take a break. Unfortunately, the algorithm does not think that's great. It's extremely rude of it. I feel like I should go and do more things. Like, not just, like, experience things in a vicarious way, but, like, go out and experience stuff like hiking or going to operas or things like that, just so then I have more things to talk about. Like, go on more adventures to talk about them and share them. Because, like, there's a limitation of how much Kingdom Hearts you can talk about before you start repeating the same stuff. You know what I mean? There's a limit. Hopefully I don't reach that limit too soon. But that is why I do talk about other topics other than just Cage too. Na 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 na. Da 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 da. Oh my. Don't worry about the yawns, I just am tired all the time. It's par for the course. Plus, this is extremely relaxing for me, which is genuinely the funniest thing on the planet. I'm just farming this. Like, this is how I relax. I sit down, break out the KH2, and just have a blast. There was this one time in college, I was bored, and so I decided to start a Terra file on beginner for Birth by Sleep. I think I still have it somewhere. I don't know which one it is though. It's really hard to tell. But I just knocked that entire thing out in a whole afternoon in college. I probably could have been studying, but I was having a moment. And it needed to happen and be taken care of, and everyone else was busy, so I had free reign over the TV. It was fun. I had a blast. I wish I actually spent more time with my housemates, because they were a lot of fun. They were really cool. But I was still in my head, and probably still am. I think it's always the hindsight is 20/20 type thing, you know what I mean? But yeah. I feel like I should change this. I was gonna say the splash text, but it's not splash text. I should switch up the marquee every once in a while. Did y'all see that recent, like, you know how every year Mariah Carey does the whole It's Time thing, because it's a whole play on her defrosting and everything like that? This year's video kind of sucked because it was an ad. It wasn't just a fun thing. It was just like, oh, here, let me advertise this to you. And I'm like, girl, it was funny when it was like a joke and we were both in on it. It is no longer funny because you just turned it into selling something. There's no longer a genuine interaction and you have soured my opinion. Like, who signed off on that? Who signed off on an ad being part of an in-joke? Fight me, corporations. I say as I'm streaming on 2 different platforms owned by 2 of the biggest corporations. 10 out of 10. If I could find a way to stream on my own platform, that'd be awesome. I have heard of like something coming out soon, but it's still like in beta. But I don't think I do not have the ins to have access to that, not yet. Plus I would have to figure out, I would have to troubleshoot accessing that with OBS. So definitely, yeah, that'll be something to think about. I don't think I'm gonna move platforms. So. Come on, give me the damage. And a hop, and a hop, and a hop. I could pull up Settlements on my desktop and just modify it there, because I don't want to mess with the desktop, with the laptop. I mean, the desktop's fine. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna do what I can on the thing, this thing. I'm just thinking about something. I'm thinking about Death Stranding again. I still haven't played it, but I don't think I'd want to stream it. Or maybe I would. Maybe I would wanna. No! Stop making pick up oranges? Oranges? If anything, the HP balls look like limes. Pick up limes. It's such a dumb joke. But it's funny to me. Look at all these limes on the ground. Oh, this is so silly. Oh, I gotta pay attention to my health so then I can get the XP that I want from it. There we are! Nice. 96, 96, 96. Yeah, that's, if I remember right, that's 12 times 8. That's perfect. Yep, I am getting way too good at working with 8s. And I am going to be excessively terrifying as this challenge goes on. There's gonna come a time where someone can ask me, what's something times 8? And I'll be able to answer it very quickly, and it'll be very unsettling for everyone involved. Oh, gosh, I love math. I think I've said this before, but I say I love math because, like, for one thing, it's a huge part of how this whole game is able to run. But I also, every once in a while, think, would my life have gone a little bit better or a little bit differently in a better way if I had just decided that it wouldn't be a bad idea to be a math major? Because you would be surprised how much math is used. It's used a lot. It's not just for math teachers to teach other people math. You could do all sorts of things. You would be asked to do calculations for engineers, physicists, that sort of thing. You could get a degree in mathematics and then get a master's in some other degree. I wonder what I would do if I get my master. No. I also considered being a doctor once. That was more in recent years. But there's a problem. I have an aversion to blood, and it does not bode well for me. I'm pretty sure there's a way to override it, but I'm not confident in my ability to successfully manage to override a response that makes my blood pressure drop so hard that I faint when I am exposed to just the sight and smell of blood where it's not supposed to be. It's not fun. So, doctor plans are not happening. It would be worth knowing how to do most of the stuff. It just would mean that some aspects are extremely difficult for me to pull off. Can't be a phlebotomist. Goodness me. Perfect. I wonder if I had focused on rocks. Ooh, you know, speaking of rocks, I'll finish my thought. If I had focused on rocks, maybe I would have been a geologist, and I'd be instead of streaming Kingdom Hearts, I would have ended up streaming Volcano. But speaking of rocks, I wonder if... Oh, that'd be so cool. Get some rocks and minerals and stones and set them up to look like this. Like the whole stained glass floor and ceiling and stuff. Especially this pathway. I think that'd be really cool to make a pathway out of rocks that looks like this. If I ever become a millionaire, remind me to make a path in my garden that looks like this. I don't care how tacky it might look. I want that so bad. Plus that means that I'll be employing somebody to put it together, so yeah. I want to pay people to do things for me. I want to pay them very well. But I can't do that yet, so I must wait. I must wait for those things. But when that day comes, I wonder... I'm thinking of something. I might consider, once I take down these three, I think I'm gonna add to the marquee what level I'm currently at. I think it would be good to do that. So then it's not just, is this actually gonna be the number? Or is it not? Like what? Okay. 1 second. Don't worry, I'm not gone. I can do 2 things at once. Well, I can't do 2 things at once, actually. Hello, Firefox, my beloved. Alright, let's do an edit of the gameplay overlay. Hello. Oops. No. I want to fix the setting. What level am I at right now? I said I was at level 30. I'm at level 33. I'm aiming for level 34. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna shorten the text too, so it's just gonna say welcome. Alright. Alright, okay, let's save that. And then hop over to my beloved overlay, force a refresh, and it should pop up shortly. Hopefully it does. Yep, there it goes. Let's go. I'm just gonna keep the overlay thing open since we are gonna get to level 34 soon. Oh, this is so exciting. I love it. Oh, that brings me great joy just to fix it. It's such a tiny thing, but it makes a huge difference to me. What's extra funny is I'm gonna have to put like a little background or a little bar at the top there at some point, so then the text remains visible. Or I'll have to just accept that it's not gonna be visible sometimes. That is something I'm gonna have to consider. Huh. That is a lot of consideration that I'm gonna have to think about. Oh my gosh. Gotta think about how I want to do overlays and stuff. Whew! Got the chills for a second. That is something I will have to think on. Huh. Lots of plans. Alright. Made some progress. also once considered a timer on my overlay, but I don't think I want to do that. Nah, I don't want to put a timer on my overlay. That would add too much pressure. I don't want to over-decorate my screen, but I still want to make it clear that it is mine. I've also considered making a PNG tuber. I'm not confident in my PNG tuber type skills. I have the program to be able to do it. It's just a matter of doing the art, setting it up right, and so forth. If I do, it'll probably be based off of my avatar. Sorry, for a second I lost my ability to speak properly, or at least speak how I normally speak. I cannot put on a voice unless I really think about it. It is both a help and a hurt. Except for those times where suddenly I'm a cowboy. I can't say it's quite a southern accent, but sometimes it comes out and it doesn't make any sense because I was definitely not raised in the southern states. So I don't know where it comes from. Boy howdy. I think I need to make some progress and finish up the video that I was working on for my bakery. That sounds so crazy out of context, but for my bakery world in Minecraft, I definitely need to work on it, or at least just post the dang update of what I want to do that. Which means I'm gonna need to shuffle around some mods later, which is not gonna be fun, but it has to be done if I want to be able to play my dang game. That's okay though. It's actually not that hard to shuffle it around. It feels tedious, but it's really not that difficult. I just have to move. I have to delete the mods from my mod folder, and then copy paste from my backup folder to the main mod folder, because I have 2 backup folders specifically for both sets of mods that I work with. I am a silly goose. Aww. I have received word that a puppy is a baby. Alright, let me reload that so then it works. Because I don't want it to break. It probably broke. That's okay. Give it a second. Yep, it's working. Okay. That's another pro to the marquee. The other pro to the marquee is that I can tell whether or not something is functional. One moment. I will be right back. I need to take care of something. Alright, I'm back. I was the only one available for something, so I decided to take care of it. That was easy. Alright, let's go. Also, I decided to steal some candy from the remains of the Halloween candy. I was gifted some. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grab some of my own gifted candy. And I'm going to enjoy it. Once I take care of these guys. It's specifically the mystery flavor of Airheads. Which, honestly, it's just something, like, sweet-ish. If I remember what the mystery flavor is like. Unless they specifically set it up so then it's, unless it's specifically set up to be a different way each time, but that sounds extremely inefficient. I wonder what the purpose behind the original, like, start of the mystery Airhead flavor was. That'd be such a fun thing to learn. I'm also thinking I should probably nab my B-roll type footage at some point for a video essay that I've been putting off for months. I'm sorry, I'm grabbing the Airhead. I want to eat it now. The video essay is about Kung Fu Panda. I am not joking. That was interesting. Apologies for the silence. I'm still chewing on an Airhead. Oh. There we go. Problem solved. Or not. Goodness me. A lady's gotta eat. I don't know if that was worth it though. Maybe it was worth it. We're doing pretty good so far. Almost 2,000 XP-ish. In under an hour. That's a pretty good, it's a pretty good metric. And that's with an average of, mostly 8s and a few 4s. Maybe like 10 of them. I try not to keep count of those, otherwise I'll go crazy. I don't want to do that. There we are. And then... Nice. We are getting to level 34 today. It is happening. Which means in about 800 XP or so, I'm going to need to change the overlay again. That's okay, I did that on purpose. It makes me keep up with my overlays and stuff, so... Works for me! Hmm. I'm thinking about voice impressions again. And how I want to do them sometimes, but also I don't want to do them sometimes because it feels kind of embarrassing to do them poorly, but it's gotta be done poorly before it can be done well. Okay, that's a little excessive. There we go. That's better. Like, the thing with voice impressions is you kind of gotta full send it. Like, you can't be shy about it. Which is kind of difficult to do unless you're, like, by yourself. And this is not by myself. Or, maybe it is. And maybe I'm just overthinking it. I don't even know what voice impression I'm trying to do. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do with my voice. But the thing is, it's kind of, I don't know how it's coming out. And part of my problem is that most of the time, I don't actually like go out and listen to lots of different voices. See what I mean? I'm like trying to do an impression of a specific person, and I'm pretty sure it's sounding completely different. Sweet. Sweet. Alright, cool. Da-da-da. 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 Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da-da. Why am I dodging? By the way, in the level 99, we might actually, I might intentionally do Atlantica because we get more magnet. Or wait, no. Do we get magnet more from it? Or, I'd actually have to look at the rewards. But I do want to have some fun. Ah, my elbow is screaming at me again. Elbow, stop it. I need to do more arm exercises so I don't have this problem. I need to drink some water as well. Where's my water? There it is. I couldn't find it for a few seconds. Ah, that's nice. I just randomly remembered the days on Twitch when a person's face couldn't be more than 25% of the screen. And now we have just chatting. It's kind of interesting how streaming has evolved, specifically on Twitch. It's evolved a lot, to say the least. Beautiful. We're definitely hitting our benchmark. I say benchmark, but it's not really a benchmark. It's our goal. We're hitting our goal today. We're going down, down. That is not related to that. That is not related at all. How is that related, brain? All it is the we're going to, and that's it. Or we're going. That's it. That's the only relation to that. Am I more than you bargained for yet? I've been dying to tell you everything you wanna hear. That's just who I am this week. Gosh, that is such a good song. Just a notch in your bedpost, that you're just a line in a song. What's like that? for the wrong team. We're going down, down in an earlier round. Sugar, we're going down swinging. Be another one with a bullet. Loaded gun, complex, cocked and bullet. We're going down, down in an earlier round. Sugar, we're going down swinging. And be another one with a bullet. Loaded gun, complex, cocked and bullet. Gotcha. I should listen to some Fall Out Boy. Maybe I might. Ooh, I should see if I can track down a CD copy of some of the older albums from the 2000s, especially the ones with the songs I really like. Because that'd be pretty sick. I would love to do that, because then I could just listen to it on my CD player. I sound so pretentious every time I'm like, man, I sound so pretentious when I talk about having a CD player, but it's just like, it's nice. It's nice to have a CD player when I can, like, I've bought the CD already. I don't have to worry about Wi-Fi or anything. All I have to worry about is electricity. That's it. That is the only thing standing between me and my music, and that brings me great joy. That and my CD's condition. Because if it has a scratch in it or a gouge or something like that, that thing ain't working. That reminds me, did I... Yeah, okay. I forgot whether or not I put the Black Parade album on a USB stick that I used to listen to music in the car, and I couldn't remember if I had it on there. Answer is yes, yes I do. I do have it, and I am very happy about it. I'm trying to remember which album of the emo goth variety that I haven't put into my flash drive. I can't remember if it's a Within Temptation album or if it's the Evanescence album that I got. I bet it's the Evanescence album. I'm sure of it actually. Maybe. Maybe I'm not so sure. I have the USB plugged in into my into my laptop right now. So I could probably check it. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't have the Evanescence album, that's what it is. Okay, now I know. Wait, do I have both Within Temptation albums? Because I know I have the Heart of Everything in there. Or at least I think I do. Where did that copy of that album go? Huh. I'll have to look for that later. Because it technically was mine. I'm the one who asked for it for my birthday. It couldn't be found, but I got the next best thing and I'm very happy about it. Heart of Everything is actually a really good album. I'm trying to think if there were any songs that I really skipped that often. It depended on my mood, actually. Some songs I would skip depending on the mood. But overall, it's a pretty good one. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to track it down too, because I really miss listening to it on a CD player. That was so fun. Like I keep saying, CD players are a huge difference, and they make a huge difference. Apparently there's ones that are being manufactured these days that have a low chance of doing that skipping thing from flipping around the CD player now, which is awesome. I love that. I love when sort of the classical experience can be experienced without some of the hiccups, although the hiccups are very part of the experience, but it's nice. Ooh, we're in business. Connection working okay? Okay, we're good. For a second, the darn thing was throwing a fit. It is throwing a fit. Oh boy. We're on it tonight. Woo. That's okay. We are fine. The day I start getting an income from this, I'm upgrading the Wi-Fi plan. There's not a question of it. The moment that I do, I'm gonna go ham. Specifically with the Wi-Fi. Which would benefit the whole house, so works for me. There we go, got enough orbs for it to stop screaming. Spinning. I decided to check out this isekai I kept seeing TikToks of the other day because I was like, oh, this is an interesting concept. It's one of those like isekai into an otome game thing, except the main character isn't a girl. And yeah, the main character games the system and stuff and is kind of an ass and definitely OP, but I'm actually thoroughly entertained by it. And I was so not ready for the twist in episode like 3 or 4. That part was the funniest thing ever for me. It was so freaking funny. I was just having a good old time. Like, it's one of those not thinky stories where you're just trying to have fun with it. And it's definitely playing on the tropes of the reincarnated into your favorite video game thing. Of like manipulating the system, getting the princes all suck or something like that. Or like super obnoxious and annoying or something like that. Like the protagonist always seems to not really like the love interests. Which is genuinely hilarious to me. Although I think it's a little I think it might be a little over-exaggerated, but then again, who knows? It just... I haven't played enough otome games to make a proper opinion of them, so... Ooh. One of these days I'll actually have to play one. That'll be once I lift myself from my own personal Steam ban, and also find ones that I think might be worth playing. Because it'll have to be worth paying a few bucks for that. Let me double check that I actually took out all 3 of them. Okay, yes, I definitely did. Dang it. And that's another potion I don't need. I do have something it's not an otome specifically, but it is a visual novel. I still have Ace Academy. I still haven't played it. I have no idea what exactly is going to happen in that. I don't know if it's entirely a dating sim, but there's definitely mecha stuff involved. And I still haven't finished beyond a certain point. Like past the first day or 2. Like definitely not past the first day. Which is really hilarious because there's this one character that I was like, oh, she's so nice, I really like her. I cannot remember her name though, which is a real shame. She was such a fun character and I'm like, ah! Please be my friend, random girl who I've only known for a few minutes in this game. Oh my goodness. I just remembered there's ice cream in the fridge. Well, not the fridge. That would not be good for the ice cream. It would be melted. But there's ice cream in the freezer. It's cookie dough. It's really good. I kind of want it. I definitely want the ice cream. I'm gonna eat ice cream after the stream. Ha 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 ha. I want to do some writing. I definitely want to do some writing today. There's so many things I want to do post-stream that I could have done earlier today, but no. Well, actually, there were some important things that I did today, so I didn't waste my day. So I think it evens out. Yeah, it evens out. We're good. So many things I want to do. Come on. Thank you. And just thank you. Again. Alright. I want to make sure that I actually get the XP that I want out of this one. Yay! I keep getting a small section of the song Dumb Ways to Die stuck in my head. It's specifically the Eat Refrigerated Pie and then the chorus. Very catchy song. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Woo! If I play my cards right in this next run through of mob farming, we're... OBS, you son of a gun! You absolute garbage man. I've gotta refresh my manager. You evil thing. Goodness sakes. Are we back? I think we're back. Do the wiggles. Do the hustle. Come on, don't break on me. Come on, Twitch. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Work with me! Oh my gosh, I have to close and reopen the app. You are probably seeing this just fine if you're on Twitch, but unfortunately for me, my babysitter app was throwing a fit. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so cute. I mean, I guess. Okay. Now that we have fixed that problem, thanks OBS. Well, it's okay. It's not OBS's problem. It's just my internet connection. I haven't had that issue in a while, I say, even though that happened probably last week. In fact, I'm pretty sure... Not last week, the week before that. Okay, now that we fixed that, back to business. We are definitely getting to level 34. Ha ha ha. In defense of my internet, I have multiple devices that are currently using the Wi-Fi right now. 2 of them are specifically monitoring the stream. 1 of them is running the stream. 1 of them is the device that is like being streamed from, even though it doesn't require internet to do this. And then the last one is literally just my desktop, which is currently on the Stream Elements page waiting for me to level up. Yahoo! That's another level up. Let's go. We in business. Alright, cool. Now I've got to wait for this thing to fix itself. It's probably going to refresh itself. I'm going to wait for it to refresh itself before I jump to any conclusions. Why is that broken? Oh. It was 30 seconds behind. Good job, YouTube. No, it was doing its job though, so good job. Oh gosh, I do have to refresh it. Dang it, overlay. Why are you so mean to me? Getting bullied by what happens when I have to change my overlay. Yay, it's working! But yeah, we're officially on level 34. Let's go. Let's get some change from that. How much do we have to... Oh. 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 We've hit the 5-digit numbers already. Oh. Well, ain't that just, swell? Let's go! We in it for the long haul. Oh, we're just barely in the 5 digits, so we're good. Okay. I got 2 tickets for the long way round. To find a whiskey far away. And I sure would like some sweet company. But don't get along. What do you say? I don't know the words to that song. I didn't properly watch Pitch Perfect, and I didn't listen to the song enough to pick up the lyrics. But it's such a catchy chorus, you know? When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk, you're gonna miss me by my talk. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. I'm pretty sure it's the hair part, then the talk. See what I mean? I do not have the lyrics memorized. Yahoo! Another level down. We are making steady progress. This is an achievement to be joyously celebrated. Oh no. Now I can't tell how long I've been. Oh, never mind. Never mind. OBS got my back, despite the fact that it randomly disconnected. I wonder if, because I think when I set up the multi-streaming, I had Twitch as the initial one, and then YouTube is the secondary one, so it's like, I think it's slightly behind. I wonder if that makes a difference for it being able to stay online. At least this isn't as bad as like the early disconnection issues. Because the early disconnection issues were awful. Oh, hey! And it was about halfway through the stream. Nice, okay. I say nice, even though that genuinely sucks for it to disconnect like that. I am really annoyed about the uneven numbers, though. That part is pissing me off. There's this trend or something where this like deep voice, it's probably like an AI voice, which really is kind of annoying. But there's this funny bit that keeps going around where like it's like, Robert, South Carolina is gone. Or something like that. Or, Robert, I hate this rock, it's pissing me off. It's just so funny to me. And I don't know if this is the case or if it's part of the original, but the first encounter I had with that trend was someone illustrating it, having the, like, basically using the voiceover and putting the clips where the voice is there and it's a dog. I have got to work on my ability to communicate how videos and memes look because it's funnier than how I describe it. It's way more hilarious than how I describe it. Which is even more of a tragedy because I just realized I write stories, but I can't talk about and explain how a video plays out in a way that makes it just as hilarious. This is a crime. I could probably just work on that talent. It's a talent that can be developed. Yeah, I can work on it. Nothing is without my reach. There are many things within my reach. Learning is one of them. I need to pay attention to where I'm controlling Roxas and getting him to go places. Doo doo doo. I'm thinking about how to make mashed potatoes taste better because the last few times I've made mashed potatoes, they've kind of sucked. And I think it's just because of the milk. Like, I used to put almond milk in it, and I think that made a huge difference. The other thing is also just boiling the daylights out of it, the potatoes to the point where the skin of the potato starts just falling off. Like, splitting and falling off. That's when you know you got some mashable potatoes. And then you gotta have enough butter, and it's gotta be good butter. Can't be imitation or anything like that. It's gotta be butter. Maybe I'll start adding sour cream to it, but then I would have to buy sour cream. I don't use sour cream for literally... I wouldn't use it for anything else except mashed potatoes. I just want mashed potatoes to taste good, you know? I want to enjoy them again. And I can't seem to enjoy them like I used to. I want to enjoy them the same way I enjoy my vegetables and gravy, which, ironically enough, has root vegetables. It has the root vegetable of potatoes. It's good stuff. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize I needed to lean back until just now. And now I don't want to sit up, but I need to be able to see the screen, so... I'm gonna improvise. You can't see it, but I have a Minecraft bee plush that I am using as a pillow. And it is very relaxing. Who wants to go? Wait, why am I waiting for an attack? I don't need to wait for an attack. I can just go for it. Why do I do these things to myself? Goodness gracious. Ah! Big yawn. I don't know why I said that. No, I do. It's because it's a habit. I say it to my dogs. The same way that I also say big stretch whenever I do a stretch and whenever my dogs do a big stretch. Please, for the love of all things good, Dusks, do your job and attack me. Stop wiggle-waggling around and deal some damage. I think my glasses are out of prescription. I can't see. Or at least I can't see as well as I'd like. I'd like to be able to see better. Ah. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get into the territory of, something. Territory of something. Good job, brain. But basically, we're gonna slowly progress to the territory of not being able to complete a level on a stream. Oh. My. Let me crack my back again. Oh my goodness, that was the spot that needed popping too. It's one of the bones on my spine that's closest to the hip. Sometimes it gets misaligned and I have to fix it because otherwise it hurts. This is one of the reasons why I should do more core exercises, so that way my back is not doing all of the work, because it is. I'm not joking, actually. Like, I'm seriously, I am genuine, I am serious. I do need to do more core exercises so then my back isn't doing all the work. I wonder what would happen if I just decided to do a plank while doing this. I wonder how long I could do a plank. I have an idea. It is stupid, but I kind of low-key want to try it. So I'm going to try it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this blanket down on the floor, and then, as soon as I turn around, plank time! This is such a stupid idea! I can't see! But you know what? It's working. It's working! I'm going to make it work! I don't know if this is going to make me do it faster or slower. Also, I'm pretty sure that I'm getting 4s on this. But this is just me trying to get through this section. So, I kind of don't care. Core strength, core strength, core strength! Think of the core strength! Come on, come on, come on, come on! Okay, okay. Hold the plank until you get back! Nope, I give up. Oh my gosh, that was so stupid. Why did I do that? Oh. Hang on. Still here, just laying face on my floor. Oh my gosh, that was so stupid. Why did I do that? Ah, my thighs are burning. Okay, they're not burning. I'm being extremely dramatic. Which is par for the course. Which is very par for the course. I'm gonna let them take damage. Come on, hit me with your best shot. Fire away! You can't even do proper damage to me? That's a disgrace, sir. A disgrace! Ugh. Oh my gosh, that was so stupid. That hurts. This is one of the cons of not wanting to be physically seen. Is you don't get to see the moments where I am laying on the floor. Because I decided it would be a smart idea to plank. In all honesty, that was probably good for my health in some condition. It definitely worked out my poor abs. A win is a win! That was so... that was so silly. That actually might not be a bad idea, though, to do sometimes. Because I used to have some pretty good core strength, shoot. I used to outlast people in push-up contests. I was a nightmare. This, of course, was when I was still exercising on a regular basis. This is not the case anymore. You ask me to do 10 push-ups, I will probably not be able to do all of them. Or if I do, it will be very slow and I will struggle. That core workout felt so good. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how much I needed that. Huh. Okay, note to self, do a core workout. It adds to the fun. I'm still reeling from that. That felt nice. Doing planks is a smart idea. Is it smart for efficiency? Definitely not. Is it smart for my own physical health? Absolutely. It definitely pushes me to go through these guys as quickly as possible. Ah! So that I can get the XP I want from them. That was so worth it. Maybe I'll do another round with that. I wonder how long that was. I didn't time it because I was too busy on staying up and also fighting the dusks. I'll probably find that out post-stream or when I'm editing the stream. That reminds me, I should, after this stream, I should set up the video file where I grab a clip from each of the streams and make a whole compilation. So then when I finally get to the end of level 99, like all the leveling up, once I get to the end of just doing this and fighting Twilight Thorn, I'll be able to post that video like really quickly after. I think the plank is definitely gonna be happening. It's gonna be in the clip. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Alright. Let's get this bread. I could go for some really good bread about now. I'll stuff of it. And then I would take the remaining white part of the bread, like the inside of the bread, after eating off the crusts, I would roll that into a ball. And I would just take bites off of the bread ball one by one. I don't know why I did this. It was just very entertaining. It's nice to think of that memory. Kind of makes me want to do that again because it's fun. It gives you the sensation of eating a ball without it being like dangerous for your health. That sounds crazy out of context, but if you had the urge to bite one of those rubber balls, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you also probably know that biting those rubber balls is the nastiest thing in the world. The texture is wrong and it's just it's horrid. It's absolutely horrid. And the way they tear themselves apart after they're split open, just ugh. Worst rubber ball to bite ever. 0 out of 10. It's the ones that are two-toned. They're not sticky or anything, but I bet if you left them out on a dusty desk, they would get that kind of plasticky, sticky vibe thing that a lot of rubber balls do. Yeah, that sort of thing. Nice! I'm gonna have so much money to just buy all sorts of random stuff by the end of this. I wonder if I'll end up maxing out the money before I get to level 99. I I didn't even think of that until today. Oh, that's gonna be so funny. I'm gonna be able to buy so many potions. I will not need to buy any potions. I have 99 potions right now. I can't get any more than 99. I'll be able to buy lots of ethers though. And all the armor and weapons and things that I can possibly get from the Moogles. Nice. Ah, that is grand. I do still have the plan of at level 50, I will make a separate file that I will also play around with. Because if I want to see at level 50 Roxas doing that fight. And there's also the added bonus of me pre-testing before I do level 99 to find out if I'm going to crash my PS4. My PS4 has been very, very good to me so far. Like, the only time that it struggles is when I'm finishing a Crunchyroll binge. Because the Crunchyroll binge app is not quite optimized, so when you start it up on your PS4, it kind of gets a little laggy after you're done with it, and it's just like, ugh. And I'm like, girl, chill. But otherwise, my PS4 has behaved for years. It's been treating me right. I think it's because I haven't overloaded it with anything. And the times where I've like nearly overloaded it, I've just nuked the program installed on it. Like, I had to remove Destiny 2 from my PS4 because it kept updating so frequently, and every time it updated there would be like 10 more gigabytes to download, and it got to the point where it filled up my hard drive. I could probably just get an external hard drive. There's a way to do that. There's a way to install games to an external hard drive, but I didn't want to do that. I wanna be able to play my dang games, and nobody is optimizing them. Come on. If your game is way too freaking big, I probably am not gonna want to play it. Optimize your stuff, developers, please. Please, I beg. Every gamer will be so appreciative of you. Everyone. I do understand though that with live service type games, that optimization can be a bit of a challenge, but chances are if you do optimize your stuff, your player base will thank you and love you to bits for making your game not take up a huge chunk of space, because of course it's not going to be 100% of their life. That is something you have to accept, is that not everybody's going to do this thing all of the time. I mean, companies are always trying to like get your attention, like spend more money here, buy more here, be more here, pay us, pay us, pay us. But it's like companies need to accept that they can't have people just constantly obsessed with them. It's not healthy for the bottom line. Let's be real. It might seem like it's healthy for the bottom line, and it sure makes the shareholders happy, but in the end, your consumer base and customer base is eventually going to get burnt out. They're going to get tired of it. They're going to think, man, this thing kind of sucks after a while. And then it becomes really noticeable if things start hitting some bumps. Like, you gotta treat your customer base well and accept the fact that they cannot be with you all the time. You cannot make them codependent on you and expect things to go well. Because the moment that you as a company lose their trust, they are going to turn on you, and it is going to be nasty. Because that is how it is with codependent relationships. The moment one of the parties ends up wanting to split and be done with it, ooh boy, they will do anything to get away from the other partner. And it does not end well. It is not a fun experience. Not from experience, but I would say that it probably wouldn't be the most fun thing in the world. So yeah, companies, please. Except that time is not to be monopolized. People have lives, and they need to make money so then they can pay money. And if they make money, they're willing to spend it. So also, please, pay your workers a livable wage so they can pay their bills, so then they can get their groceries, which means more money spent at the stores. And then if they have a little bit of extra and a little bit of cushion, guess what? They're more apt to spend things. Trickle down doesn't work, Reagan. If there is an afterlife, Reagan and I are gonna get in a fight. I have beef with him. We gonna fight. There's probably like a whole line, so I'll let everybody else have a turn first. There's probably some other people in the afterlife right now that I would love to have a fight with. Just a nice little brawl, which is hilarious of me to say because I don't actually like fighting. I really don't. It's not fun. Fights are not fun. They're violent. They're horrible. Everybody's screaming and clawing. It hurts. Someone's trying to rip out your hair. Someone almost rips your favorite shirt and you're like, God dang it, why would you do that? That sort of thing. Fights suck. Fighting in game is a lot of fun, though. Fights in games are very fun. Because you get the joy of letting off some steam and nobody actually gets hurt. That's the best part. Whoa, okay. We need to calm down. Speaking of, we are not going to add to the death counter. That's going to be so funny to see the times defeated. Which is really funny because the more I think about it, now that I think about it, when I do get to level 99, the absent silhouettes are gonna be so vicious. And I'm still, because I'm not very good at technical playing, I'm actually getting a lot better. I was figuring it out as I was doing the leveling up. I'm not a very technical player, but those absent silhouettes, they give me a time and a half. It is, ugh. I thought about fighting Marluxia last night on my regular file in the midst of leveling up Valor form? Yeah, it was Valor form. And I took one look at it and was like, I don't want to be hooting and hollering at night right now. Nobody needs to hear me vent my frustrations at Marluxia. Plus, I don't think I would end up cursing at him. I'd probably do the same thing that I did with one of the Barons during the Forsaken campaign and start flirting instead. Because nothing is more hilarious than rage flirting at your enemies that are really making you mad. Huh. Let's face it, Marluxia is a big part of why I got into Kingdom Hearts. Dude was only in one game at the time and I was like, huh. I also thought he was a pretty lady, so take that with what you will. This was before I watched anime and learned the difference between anime boys and anime women. Because I was used to regular media, mainstream media, in like US stuff, where like boys often had short hair and girls had long hair in TV and cartoons and stuff like that. So it was like the hair was the telegraph. Oh, OBS, you traitor. We're really doing this three times. Oh my gosh. My jokes about Marluxia being hot were too powerful. so funny to me. Alright. Oh my gosh, that was great. That begs the question. No, I probably won't. I don't think whenever I get up to fighting Saïx again, I don't think I'm gonna start flirting with him in anger because he pisses me off and we've had beef for years. I had beef with him before I started actually playing the games because he was mean. And I was like, alright boy, we throwing hands. Fight me, blue-haired boy. we throwing hands. That's fun. I apologize. I'm gonna keep laughing about that because it's just such a silly thing. I did not have to say all that. Oh boy, oh boy. Let me make sure that... Oh my gosh, it's working so well. Yay! This is the power of multi-streaming. One stream gets totally interrupted and the other one runs on with no issues. Maybe a little bit of lag, but nothing else. Maybe that's a bad sign. Nah, it's a good sign. It's a good sign. Alright. Oh, 2 and 1. Alrighty. What number are we at? Okay. It's either I look at... Oh my gosh. I just remembered that all 3 devices that that I can see in front of me all have different times on them. This isn't because they don't have daylight savings set up. Oh no. It's because one of them is in 24-hour time, one of them is in 12-hour time, and the other one is in 12-hour time and also 3 hours off because I still haven't fixed it from EST. That is brilliant. We're rolling. I'm thinking of an idea. I'm not sure if I like said idea. Mainly because it involves me being slightly more chaotic than I normally am. I say that with complete seriousness, by the way. Basically, I'm thinking of actually deciding to take on the absent silhouette of Marluxia. I don't want to fight Larxine's absent silhouette. She scares me. Also, I tried it the other day and she completely whooped my butt. So that was fun. It was on my hunt for puzzle pieces. I managed to get that one puzzle piece that was really irritating me in Twilight Town. I had to get Glide in order to get it. And then I had to get some precise movements down. But I've got all the puzzle pieces except for like 7 of them. I'll check when I actually go into the file. Nice. Oops, those are 4s. It doesn't matter, I'm working with an uneven number anyway. Why am I so concerned? Oh, wait. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Weed Whacker, sir. Your contribution is much appreciated. Dang it. Oh my gosh. A puppy. Anyway. Beep 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 beep. What the heck happened to 21 Pilots anyway? Where did they go? Because I remember Stressed Out being constantly on the radio and constantly played. There was another song of theirs that was always playing. Oh, Heathens. That was another one that was playing a lot. Gosh, that feels so long ago, too. Huh. They're fun songs to listen to, though. And those were just the ones that were, like, super mainstream, because even I heard of them. And I sometimes hide under the rock. Not Dwayne Johnson. Do people still think of him as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? When was the last time he was in a film? Was he in that one Christmas film with the character Gorilla? And when everybody saw that the character's name was Gorilla, everybody just kind of went nuts with the references to Legends of Adventurous just because of that one episode. She's called Gorilla of the Woods. There's a gorilla in the woods. Please don't tell me I can do a Chuckles impression. Okay, focus. Jeez Louise, I got all turned around. I wonder if I can do an impression of no, I don't. I cannot full send it. I can't full send it. I'm too much of a coward. It's scary. Ah, bless. Okay. Thank you for the damage. Your attempt to give me a concussion has helped me in my progress. And now I have healed myself almost too much. That's okay. I wonder how many whirls I can tilt. What the heck am I saying? I can't remember the last time I went on a tilt-a-whirl. That was really fun. I wonder if I can still go on one without getting motion sick, because I was able to go on those. I'll have to find the closest theme park to check it out again. Now I really want to check. But that means searching. I'll do a quick search on my non-monitoring things. I say as I use one of my monitoring things because I'm too lazy to do anything else. Okay, move over. New tab. Okay, let's see. Is this a year-round thing? I'm double checking if this thing is year-round. Ooh, an operational calendar. No! Oh, that's depressing. No. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to wait for warmer weather. Wait, am I really gonna have to wait for warmer weather? Are we serious? What the heck? Oh, yeah, no. I'm gonna have to wait for warmer weather. This sucks. Ah. No. I just want to go on a tilt-a-whirl again. It's such a silly thing to get upset about. To be honest, I'm not actually that upset, but I am a little sad. Because those things are fun. And I would like to be spun like I'm on a centrifuge. In a lab. Okay, maybe not that much. I think that would probably... I wouldn't explode, but... I would definitely be dizzy and unable to walk for a while because of the spinning. Because there's only so much spin one human can take, even if you don't get as motion sick. And unfortunately, I have the curse of I can get motion sick. It's not that bad of a curse. To be honest, if I did have to worry about that, I could always find a doc and ask about seasick patches. They're these little patches that are like a sticker that go behind the ear. You gotta make sure that you clean up the space that you're gonna put the sticker on. It's got some medicine in it. You clean that up, you put the sticker on, and you only keep it on for about 3 days? And I think you put it on a few hours or a day before. I can't remember if it's a day before or just a few hours before you go on a boat or something like that. But I do remember having to do that, and you have to switch your ear, switch which ear you put it on. So you put it behind, like, say day 1 through 3, it's behind my left ear. And so day 4 through 6 or so, I put it behind my right ear. It's a super simple process, and it especially works for me because unfortunately for me, anytime I've had Dramamine, it's usually already too late. I'm already feeling like garbage, and ginger ale ain't gonna help me either. So those seasick patches are life for me. I think it's because it gets in the skin faster or something like that. I don't know. Something about it. Could be a placebo. There was this one year where we had some that were left over from a previous year. This is why you don't use expired medication, by the way. Because I did not have to replace my seasick patch the entire trip, and that was a week-long trip. That was grand. So yeah, that is the main reason why they tell you not to use expired medication, because either it becomes extremely strong and will annihilate you, or extremely weak and won't do anything. If you accidentally have ingested expired medication, please call your local poison control center and hope and pray that it's the type that gets weaker over time instead of stronger. Oh, dearie me. That is not funny. That is a horrifying experience. Not one that I've had, thank goodness, but that kind of experience is not a fun one. I need to drink some water. I can feel it. I feel it in my bones. I need to drink water. Water is so good. I like staying hydrated. It's my favorite. I don't know how much water I go through in a day nowadays, but for the longest time I would go through 3 full bottles over the course of a 9-hour workday. I say 9-hour because I count lunch. Technically an 8-hour workday, but it was 9 hours long for me. Love for the unpaid lunch hour. Ugh. Oh well, it is what it is. Ah, peachy. Peachy, peachy, peachy. Doing some spins. Yeah. What size were those water bottles anyway? I still have them. I've just kind of set them aside with my other kitchen equipment that I haven't used in a while since I haven't lived in my college dorm in a while. I stuffed them in that thing. But I am very much a water drinker. Did I? Yeah, I did. I did. I took care of them all. What the? Okay. Well, if I didn't, I will find out very later. Like, much, much later. Okay. Let's do this. Alright. I'm gonna take down these guys. Which should put me at 8,001. If this game was nice to me, it would be at flat 8,000, but we're not being nice to me today. I'm just kidding. This game does not have a direct vendetta against me. So there we go, 8,001. We'll have 8,000 XP to go for the next level. I'm going to sneeze. Sneeze taken care of. How much XP did I just go through? I went through about 4,000 XP this stream. Because I was about 25,000 something. And then I've gone down to about 2,000. I've gone down another 2,000 for this level. I'm gonna save this. We're not done yet, by the way. I'm gonna save both files. This is because of that brief incident where I accidentally almost killed my save file, which is a very scary thought. Okay, you saved. I have to do it. I have to do it again. I have to do it. I have to save twice. It's a habit. Is it bad for my health? Probably. It's not really bad for my health. I'm just being a drama queen. Okay, they're both there. It's fine. You can go to the title screen. I'm not used to going to the title screen when I'm still streaming, by the way. This is something I'm not used to. But I want to do one silly thing. Why am I still in my drive form? Right. I was up late. Okay. That's good to know. Basically, this is the pattern that I was doing because I kind of got sick of... I was leveling up my final form. Let's go! And this is what I was doing. I spawned myself in the mansion foyer and just beat up these guys. Because it's the number of nobodies that you beat up that makes a difference, not their XP. So, if you think about it, this is a lot more nobodies. Oh no. Oh no. How did I manage to pull that off? That was completely unintentional, by the way. I don't know how I won that. I really don't. Point is, there are a lot more nobodies here than they are in the Knots Passage, and in the Knots Passage, I also have to deal with Berserkers, which sucks. So that's why I'm using this. That's why I was using that. And then I just go pop over to the world map, bada bing, bada boom, done. I'm very good at doing repetitive things. Let's see how many I have left before I get to the next level of... Yeah, see, this is my main file. This is what I have to look forward to. 1099.22, and I'm partway through level 62. That is what we have to look forward to in the future. Okay, that's 46, and that would put us at level 6. Am I doing another level grinding thing again? Yes. But this technically falls into the I'm goofing off thing. Also, I switched to final form before I go into the room where the mobs spawn, just because if I do it in a room where mobs will spawn, there is a chance of me getting... I'm focusing, I'm so sorry. There's a chance of me getting anti-form, which I'm not in the mood to deal with. Because then I'll have to go through the arduous task of getting my drive form back. This is way more fun. Technically, I could stand to add another section to my route, but I do want to play on the safe side. Mainly because I have no control over how I have barely any control over this. Basically of my movement. My movement ability is terrible. I'm starting to wonder if I'm a fun person to be around. That sounds so silly and insane out of context, but it's mainly given my habit of doing repetitive tasks. Also, this is way too much fun. Like, this is an absurd amount of fun for me. I do not understand why. I'm gonna pop over in here real quick. I'm gonna regret that. In fact, I have to flee to get where I want to be within the adequate amount of time. But hey, I still get what I want, and now I'm at form gauge 1 instead of 2. So, yeah. It's fun to see the stark contrast between, the chaos of, of leveling up in that little small section, still in Twilight Town, by the way, and then leveling up my final form here. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I almost did that. Plus, this is a good way for me to break out of the pattern of, with the dusks and allowing myself to take damage, because that is something I do need to keep an eye on. Woohoo! We leveled up final form. And also just Sora in general. Nice. Alright, let's go in that other room. Let's have some fun. Ooh, I gotta make a run for it. Pardon me. I must away. Oh, I really must away. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can make it, I can make it, I can make it, I can make it. I can make it. Yep, I made it. Okay, cool. This is the type of silliness that I'm gonna eventually be subjected to. Like, instead of level 99 silliness, this is the kind of thing that I'm gonna be doing when I play the rest of the game. I'm not joking. This is actually a lot of fun to level up once you know where to go. Knott's Passageway. Psh. This one's way better to level up in. I'm noticing an interesting pattern in the spawning of the nobodies here. There's always 2 and then 1. Or they appear in waves. Like once I eliminate the first section of them, then a few more appear. Can y'all, like, stay in one place? Ah, so this is what it looks like to actually do some damage on these guys. Alright, let's go back up. And away. Unfortunately, I don't have MP to duke it out. Or do I? Nice. Yeah, this is going way better than the Knott's Passageway in World That Never Was. It's that little upstairs section. Like, you're going up those, I guess they're not really stairs, they're more ramps. But are they wheelchair friendly? I don't think they are. I don't think the grade that they're at is wheelchair friendly. Give me strength. I do not have, I wouldn't say wheelchair privileges, but I do not have to use a wheelchair, so I do not know for sure what the specific incline is reasonable to be able to push oneself up. This is not ADA friendly. This is why I'm not allowed to do OSHA stuff. Excuse me? Apparently the gambler mode, nobody had the last laugh. He was just like, oh, you killed me? I'm gonna throw cards at you. I'm just like, alright. You do that, pal. Nice. I'm getting very strategic about this, I say, as I'm just spamming fire. That's literally all I'm doing, I'm just spamming fire. But I am getting strategic about it because I'm not down to form 0 and rushing myself back. Like, I'm on a roll. This is so silly. I never said I was sane. Okay, before I do any more leveling, let me just take a look at my status. We have 78 more till I max out my final form. I just want to preface this This is not what I intended to do, by the way. Not like this specifically, but I mean like the leveling up the drive forms. The only reason I leveled up the drive forms were because the puzzle pieces were pissing me off. Because they weren't going where I wanted them to, if that makes any sense. And I wanted to grab them. I wanted to grab the puzzle pieces so bad. I just realized, am I gonna have to fight those race cars again in whatchamacallit, in the Cavern of Remembrance, if I want to get to a certain point again? That is something I'm gonna have to deal with. Oh, that's beautiful. Final form is so pretty. I love what they did in KH3 with the key change forms, with the form changes and stuff like that. Absolutely stunning. I want to get out of here. I mean, I could just use the computer room one, but I do want to get those last three. So I'm going to get those last three. Because this is my art. My art is repetition. Oh gosh. We're down to form 0. We're gonna make it though. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Ever since I learned about that quote-unquote hack, it has been such a blessing to me. Like, look at that. 49 left. Why am I like this? This is a genuine question, by the way. Give me strength. Why do I do this to myself? I give myself repetitive tasks because for some reason it's fun. Oh, I answered my own question. It's because it's fun. That's why I do it. That's all there is to it. Such a silly thing. It's kind of funny to see how fast I'm leveling up here compared to I'm only gonna have 80 at a time for all those repetitions. Nice. The things I do. This is gonna be extra hilarious down the line when I'm at either doing the level 50 run or the level 99 run. The level 99 one is gonna be prioritized mainly because that one's gonna take the longest to do all the build up for. I've already made some great progress with it. Like some really great progress. Look at that, level 20. Level 20, what? Light. Yeah, like I keep saying though, major con of both Master's final form is like, I know that they're powerful, but it really does make me miss having Donald and Goofy around. I'm always a little sad when my party members aren't there. Cause you know, it's part of the adventure. It's having your best buddies next to you the whole time. It's a very important thing to have your buddies with you when you're taking on crazy stuff. At least Donald and Goofy get leveled up here. That is part of what I'm actually worried about the most. Is that, there's a chance that Donald and Goofy will be stuck at level 1 when I get to level 99. Which is why I'm going to test out at level 50 what's going to happen. Yeah, those I have lots of concerns about, like possible crashing and so forth. It's something to really think about, you know? At some point I'm gonna have to also take a look at the gummy missions and have a little fun with them. Look at this. I don't want to do that right now. For a lot of reasons. But this is what I have to look forward to. I'm very excited to see that. I'm just gonna land here. Oh, there's a save point that I haven't touched in a while. But look. We have, we've maxed out our glide. So I can fly around as much as I want. Funny enough, I'm pretty sure I've got the puzzle pieces for all of this. Yeah, I've got the I've got the pieces. The only places that I don't have all the puzzle pieces are in Hollow Bastion, which I still have yet to search for that one. I'm pretty sure that one's not in the Cavern of Remembrance. And then the last 2 in the world that never was. I bet maybe I should pop over to Hollow Bastion and take a look. Do I want to do that though? Do I really want to do that? I kind of do. I kind of want to search for a puzzle piece. It's part of my goofing off. See, this is what I mean. This is why I added the goofing off bit for that, because let's face it, it's kind of fun to goof off. Okay, this is one end of the world. I don't think that the puzzle piece is in here, though. And unfortunately, we can't go beyond this door. I want to open it. Open the door. Leon, open the door for me. Open it for me. Yeah. Okay, I think I've been over this way. I'm looking up specifically because I know that if I don't... If I don't, I'm not gonna find the thing. But I also don't think it's here. Yeah, that's the postern. Dude. Come on, where is it? It's probably not in here, is it? Yeah, because that's there. And I've already been down this way. What sort of weird spot would this baby be in? That's the question. I could always search it up. But what's the fun in that? Okay, it's not there because I got the one that was there. I'm not going in the Cavern of Remembrance because that's not the place I want to go. I fear that it might be the place that I have to go, though. Okay, it's not anywhere on the restoration site. Can you all not? I'm trying to concentrate here. Goodness gracious. They are so cranky with me, I swear. This is why I use magnet. I feel stronger. What the? Did I just take him out of... I'm sorry. Did I get beefy in the past bit or something? I mean, I have gone up like 10 levels since then, but... Wait, was I already... Yeah, I already went over here. Ow. Well, I mean, it makes sense. They're only like 64-ish XP. Did I already go out there? Can y'all, like, leave me alone? Thanks, Donald. Because I've already checked, I'm pretty sure I've already checked out up here. I know this is so silly, but it's gonna bug me forever if I don't find that last stupid puzzle piece. Yeah, no, I think I keep taking out those other guys in one hit. Okay, it's not in here. It's not down here. Sorry, friends. I'm looking for crowns. Specifically puzzle pieces. Okay, I definitely know that they're not here. What am I saying? Can y'all, like, chill? Okay, I'm gonna pop in here for a second. And I am going to look at my journal. Let's see, how many pieces is that in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, where's the 13th Hollow Bastion puzzle piece? We are gonna look it up because that's what we do when we don't know what to do. It's... No. 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 Please tell me I don't have to get it in the freaking thing. No. Please, no. Oh, no. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no. Oh. Wait. What? I think... Yep. Okay. It's in the Cavern of Remembrance. I was in denial. I'm gonna have to go over there. That's something to look forward to. On the bright side, along the way, I will do some more damage. Oh boy. Okay, it says it's below a door. And best part is I can glide. You know what? I want to ignore all of y'all, but 18 XP is calling me. And the fact that I can just smack them in one hit is even more amazing to me. And this is probably good for me to run out of my magic so then I can take care of that. Alright, let's go track down that puzzle piece. Gosh darn it. I was really hoping. Okay, it's in a nook below a door. What does that mean?
This is it.
Nook below the door. Oh boy. And these things are still the worst, and I don't see the door. Okay, you are immune to a lot of things, including you are just immune to things. Oh my gosh, this is horrendous. You know what? No. No. I'm going to withdraw for a second. Okay, I'm in the depths, a nook below the door. Wait, I need high jump. Oh. Wait. Am I just... Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I think I don't... I think I already have that one. Because I do not see a piece below that door. Unless I'm mistaken? Oh gosh.
Back off. Yeah.
And that is why Reflect is your bestie. Okay, I don't think I've found what I'm looking for. Maybe it's actually... Is it because Sephiroth hasn't shown up yet? When was Sephiroth showing up anyway? No, because I've met Sephiroth. Depths in a nook below the door. I do not see a nook. Because this is the only nook I can think of. I don't want to get on the floor. I really don't want to get on the floor because the hot rods are there. What am I missing? Technically, I can go beyond certain points. Like, nothing's stopping me from going to where I want to go. Let me do a recount. Let me recount that. Because that cannot be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is the 8th one a sunset puzzle piece, though? Oh, okay, so, my numbers are not right. Because the 8th one should be a sunset one. And the 12th one... 12th one... Okay, 12th one is a sunset puzzle piece. Is this one also a sunset? Oh my gosh! In a minute. So, sunset, 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 sunset. These are all sunsets. What am I missing?
Okay.
Oh, right. Wait, what's that up there? Wait, can I get up that way? Can I get up to that? That's new. Still not what I'm looking for, though. Also still not what I'm looking for. Oh. Alright, I've indulged myself long enough. Let's get myself away from this place for the moment. We're getting our butts out of here and we're gonna call it. Y'all don't need to see me shuffling through this thing. But we did accomplish the goofing off thing, so a win is a win. Alright. Now, that is indeed going to do it for the stream. Thank you so much for watching. If you want, you can watch the VODs both on YouTube and Twitch. Probably YouTube will be a little bit more consistent across the board because the Twitch one got split into 3s. Yikes. Thank you so much for watching. Next time we will make progress towards level 35 because let's face it, that's 8,000 XP. I am not getting through 8,000 XP in 2 hours. That is gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching and have an excellent day.